Welcome to Exploring the Multiverse. I'm Nick,
I'm Rob.
and let's talk comics. So, we got a good one here today.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah,
I
me
can't
too.
wait to get into this one.
So, this is going to be our sister show to our Avengers World, Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers.
Yep.
We're going to be
The
telling...
video we put out earlier in the week.
Yeah. We're going to be telling the whole story that leads up to Secret Wars.
Yep.
2015. So yeah, it's a really
it's a
good
great story. It's
Yeah.
a great story. And there's so many spots that are amazing from it that we're going to be talking a bunch about it and breaking it down pretty deep, getting deep into it, not just skimming through spots.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So I guess we'll get right into it.
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
So if you remember, if you watched our episode on the Avengers World,
and if you didn't, go check it out now. There's a link in the description.
Yeah.
You can go check it out. So, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. So yeah, it opens up with basically Jonathan Hickman giving a opening to the Marvel Universe,
Recreate, not recreating it, but
adding and changing a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But he says like there was darkness and then there was light, and he's talking about how he when Jonathan Hickman tells a story, he starts at the end,
he's flipping it,
and then works your way back to the beginning and then wraps everything up.
Yep, and there's pieces
nicely.
that you think that might not matter.
Yeah.
And you read it and you're like, all right, that doesn't really have anything to do with what's going on right now. But then later down the storyline, you
okay, that makes sense now.
twist right into it, and it's like, oh, well,
It's like a switch
who
goes
is this
off,
guy?
and you're like,
Jonathan
oh
Hickman?
man.
Yeah, like come on, man.
So
playing games with my mind.
Yeah. So he talks about stuff like Hyperion being rescued, and the Illuminati.
Yep.
And the death of Thor and Hyperion, and a bunch of other things that happen throughout the story that you're gonna be like, oh, okay,
This is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and then after you transition to basically like the grand opening of the story, you go to where he says that it all started with two men.
Mm-hmm.
And basically those two men were Tony Stark and Steve Rogers,
Steve
Iron
Rogers
Man and
and
Captain America.
Boom.
So you remember Tony wakes up Steve, and he talking to him about how he can't sleep because of something that you said, and basically going through the whole time where Iron Man was like, I remember the day that we found you, and
all of that happened.
Yeah, how it changed everything.
We looked at everything different after that.
Yeah, exactly. And then they
talk about the new upcoming threats and stuff like that can happen. Like, we feel like something else is gonna transpire, or just that feeling that you get. Like we need to.
Everything is becoming increasingly more dangerous and hard to face, just with the standard Avengers team that we have.
Yeah.
So
the
they
threats
came
are
up,
becoming more real.
Yeah.
Not that the other ones weren't real, but they're becoming, like you said, they're tougher.
Yeah.
They're becoming more powerful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now they said they have to get bigger. They have to have a new team, basically.
More people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then after that, it flashes to Mars, and we meet Ex Nihilo and Aleph.
Aleph is there.
Yeah, and Abyss. Um,
and
and
and there's the whole back and forth between Ex Nihilo and Aleph about what they each want to do with everything.
right, yeah, and Abyss, um, she tells Ex Nihilo that sees things for the way that they are, and Ex Nihilo is wanting to preserve life
Yep.
and create,
More
and she's
worlds and
kind of
stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah, she's kind of on the opposite end of that
Of just
spectrum.
of destroying rather
Yeah,
than creating.
yeah. So, and then Aleph is the one that is the gardener, uh, the one that went around and purged worlds and
Not good things.
yeah, did all kinds of stuff. If he deemed your world not
Not
worthy
worthy.
of evolution,
For whatever
um,
reasons he decided. So
yeah,
it didn't even have to be a legit reason really. It just he decided I didn't like this
exactly.
world and whoop,
Eh,
done.
done.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah,
But it's a crazy story. I mean, just that beginning, getting into it, and those three, they're all they're all shady, and you feel it from them, but they all have their different views. And I would say that Ex Nihilo is on the side, and the other two are more close to thinking the same
right.
than he is.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't trust him.
No, no, and the thing of it is, you find out that they actually had sent these terraforming bombs to Earth.
Yep, with
Um,
all these pods on them.
that basically jump started all this evolution in people uh, on Earth, and so the Avengers.
But it wasn't a good
No, well,
evolution.
anytime that anything is forced upon you, it's never good.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
um,
That's a good point.
yeah, so the Avengers,
Come
came
in.
together and they were.
And these are just the main Avengers. Now they haven't built up anything like that yet.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
still
they
the main
haven't.
ones.
Right. Yep. The standard team: Iron Man, Thor, Hulk,
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye, Black
Black
Widow,
Widow, yeah.
Captain America.
Yep.
Um, so they go to Mars and they
Check out what's happening. They want to see what's going
oh
on.
they check out what's happening. All right. They get off that spaceship that they got, the Quinjet,
The
and
Quinjet, they roll up in that thinking
yeah,
they're hot
and
stuff.
Hulk comes running out, and I love the Hulk. He's one of my favorite
Yeah, he is
characters.
great.
Uh, but they all came running out, and Hulk gets subdued by Abyss
And this
in
is
this
this is the one version of Hulk. This is
Savage Hulk.
Savage Hulk. So he doesn't
Yeah,
have the brain power as much. It's more
right. He's
just the
more
Hulk side.
yeah, very
Banner's
easy manipulated, and things like that. So
he
still
can't
has
have
the
Banner
super
and him
strength.
both together at the same time, really. It's
Right.
one or the other.
Yeah. So he still has his super strength and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
he's still
But
powerful.
he's not the sharpest tool in the
Gotcha.
shed, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So um but she ensnares him in this big black circular um
Orb of death, basically.
yeah, it's just this orb of darkness. Um and Iron Man tries to go and help, and then he's ensnared
Ex
by
Nihilo comes with
the
the vines and
yeah.
trees and everything's taking over. I think it was vines.
Yeah, vines. Yep.
Yeah.
And they were draining his suit of the power. So
He couldn't
his
do anything.
yeah. Um and just when he was getting ready to open Tony's suit and
Rip away the layers, as he was saying.
yeah, he got hit in the back by Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And he was not happy about that at all.
Not at
So
all.
once he was
And then they have a couple funny lines with that.
yeah, he did. What was it? Black Widow says, step away from the guy with all the
With all
money.
the money,
And
and
then
Hawkeye's
Hawkeye
like,
says, please.
"Please." That's great.
So, um, but yeah, so they, they get, Ex Nihilo not too happy
Yeah, and
about any
Thor
of
is
that.
here too. We forgot about Thor.
No, we didn't forget about Thor. He's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So he Ex Nihilo blows Hawkeye and Black Widow away uh relatively easy, not too no muss, no fuss.
Yeah,
Um but then
kind of a flick
you
of a finger.
yeah, but then you go back to Abyss with the Hulk, and she's whispering in the Hulk's ear cuz the Hulk is saying, I'm not afraid.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of you. And she's like,
being that
yeah,
manipulator.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So she's using her powers to manipulate him, like you said. And she's sitting there and she's telling him, I know how powerful you are, and the Hulk is the strongest one there is, but there's one guy over there that thinks that he's
he's
stronger.
stronger,
And she points to
and
Thor.
that's when Thor comes in. So I
And
spoiled it a little bit.
that's all right. That's all right. It's an
It gets
exciting.
exciting.
Yeah. So Hulk comes flying out of the circular darkness
Yep.
and punches Thor and winds up taking him out. So basically now they got all the Avengers except for Captain America, who comes and says, you think you've won. And they're kind of gloating
Going.
and talking a little
Yep.
trash and
Going
everything.
back
And
and forth.
Captain America's like, well, I'm here to tell you that you haven't. And he throws his shield and it hits the two, Abyss and Ex Nihilo. And then just as he's getting ready to grab it, Aleph comes and rips it out of his reach, and
Oh
and
man.
basically is
Oh
telling him that he needs to yield. and,
yeah.
and Cap, he's not gonna
Not gonna
not
yield.
gonna yield.
Oh
So he
man.
tells him no, and Aleph lets him know, you know,
Quick and hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
real quick that you're gonna yield whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
And with one punch, punches him down onto the ground,
It's one
and
of those
then
sad moments you see Cap in that
hurting.
situation. Like, oh man, he
Yeah.
just like there was nothing he could do.
Nothing. He
Nothing
had
he could
he had
do.
no
Yeah.
chance. Um So he tells him to yield again, and Cap says no. And so Aleph keeps hitting him, and then
He's gonna
now
take him
now
down.
now he can't respond when he's
Yeah.
telling him to yield. He's just making noises, and basically the only thing that stopped him was Ex Nihilo walking up to him and telling him
Tell him to
that he
stop because
didn't.
he was gonna keep going.
Yeah, he was gonna. Yeah,
He was
there
gonna
was
take
gonna
him
be no
out.
more Captain
Yeah.
America. But Ex Nihilo said that he wanted to preserve life and not, end it. So
And to send him
basically,
back with a message.
yeah.
Leave
So
him
they
alive.
they kept him alive and carried him to the Quinjet, and then
Push him in.
sent him on his way back to Earth.
All beat up.
And basically by doing that, he was saying how, they're sending a message to Earth that you sent your brightest and your best to try to stop
And
us,
this is what happened.
and they couldn't stop us.
Yeah.
We are unstoppable. We are on our way, and there's nothing that you can do about it. We've been sent to judge your world, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Um, so yeah, Cap ship winds up flying back to Earth and catches fire on re-entry, and Cap's able to
Parachute out.
parachute out, but the parachute catches fire, can't catch a break,
Can't catch a break.
and then he winds up crashing to the ground. And then the next thing you know, he wakes up a few days later. He's in Avengers Tower, all bandaged up.
All on the bed, gurnied up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then he's remembering another conversation that him and Tony had, and how they had again to pick a team and have them ready, and
It's
you
back to that about
yeah.
we need to, yeah.
You start to see kind of like a small list that they show like two or three characters: Captain Universe,
Couple
Hyperion, and
names
Smasher. I
were a few.
believe were the three that they show.
Okay.
Um, they're the more uh these are the more powerful characters um in Marvel that are, around the world, that have either been an Avenger or wanted to be an Avenger or
Worthy
something.
of being an Avenger,
Yeah.
something like
So
that. Yeah,
um those three are definitely
worthy.
yeah. So it 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 shows after that, back to when Cap was all bandaged up and he's standing in front of the computer where it says "Wake the world," and then he hits the button
Boom.
and he starts you know
The
the
call.
call out
Yeah.
for everyone to answer.
To
And
assemble.
yeah, basically. So then they show a cool uh picture of everybody assembled, and with Captain America with his shield up in
Shield
the
up like
air.
we still aren't
Yeah,
stopping.
we're
We're here.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't back down easy.
Yep. So now they gotta get everybody together, and uh everybody has like their own ability
And they
that
got some badass names that come. They got
they
some
got some
badass.
badass names.
Yeah.
Wolverine answers the
Spider-Man
calls.
answers the call.
Spider Woman,
Yup.
Captain Marvel, Hyperion, Captain Universe.
Captain Universe. Yeah, that's right.
Um, yeah,
There's a
there's
few more, I
a
think.
bunch of
Yeah.
characters that are.
But it's great. It's
Yeah.
great. All the characters
and
that come
and
in
and
and
it shows them all working together to get the Quinjet back up and ready to
yup.
go, and you know uh retrofitted to be able to take the trip. you know
Yeah, this showed how serious like we can all come together
yeah.
and fight this.
Then it goes back to Mars, where uh Ex Nihilo
Everybody's still they're
and
still there.
yeah, they got the original Avengers team all tied up in those vines and everything, held captive. And um that's when Abyss realizes that Thor is a god and not just,
Just some
someone
normal
from
human.
Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so then
She's like, wait, you look like
so then Ex Nihilo starts to ask Thor, you know,
Yeah, because she
um,
snitched. She was like, I think this guy is
is a god.
is a god.
And so he starts questioning Thor about, do you have a resurrection story, or do you have an apocalyptic story where everything just ends?
Yeah, what is your
And
story?
that's Jonathan Hickman talking about Thor and his Ragnarok
Ragnarok.
story.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like with this story, you can just read it by itself, like these comics by itself, and not really know anything about any other previous
Stuff.
stuff that has
Yeah.
happened. But it's definitely cooler when you have that kind of.
Intertwined. Then you
Right.
get a
You
little bit of
know what
this.
he's talking about when he's asking, like Ex Nihilo doesn't know, but Jonathan Hickman put that in there for us that know.
That no.
He's talking about Ragnarok, and
Yeah.
the importance about how, you know, Odin was the ruler of Asgard, and then he was taken out, and how.
And it is just those little things that
Yeah.
make a huge difference.
Yeah, and
Huge
it's
difference.
it's cool. So, he
They're like
asks him
Easter
that.
eggs.
Yeah, exactly. And but when Ex Nihilo asks, Thor that question, he doesn't respond.
Yeah.
Um, so
As he should,
uh
as you would think he would.
right. So, he basically then tells Thor to listen, and he goes about telling how, you know, um the builders and the gardeners were the oldest living creatures in the universe, and how
They were the
the
first.
the yeah, the
Yeah.
gardeners were sent out, the Alifs um were sent out to go and search for life
Life.
and stuff that
Yeah.
was worthy of their evolution. And Alif spent years, thousands of years before he found a planet. Um, he just went around purging everything.
He didn't
Um,
even. Yeah, it was just. It was.
yeah.
I don't think he even tried to see if it was worthy.
I mean, who
Maybe he
knows?
did.
But
Yeah, but
according to what we're told, that's what they were supposed to do
to
when they
do,
went out
yeah.
there. Um,
I think he just likes taking worlds.
yeah. I mean, after a while, you do it for so long, things become a lot easier.
Yeah,
So,
that that
um,
that line starts to disappear.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Um, but Aleph um, had each Aleph because there's more than one. But this Aleph in this particular moment
story
had uh, they all have two seeds, and this one had ex nihilo and
and
abyss in
abyss.
those seeds.
Mm.
And they're uh, opposing, ideologies, kind of like,
Yeah,
and that's you see it in
give the
their
world, take the world.
right, and you see it in their appearance. Ex nihilo is all gold and bright and shining,
Yep.
and then
You see
abyss is
the
dark
black and the
and
darkness coming off of her and
yeah,
everything like
almost like
that.
a smoke or a spirit kind of
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
but her face looks like a normal
Normal
person's
human.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So he says, that they made the garden, and at the garden is where they're able to uh create new life and
Do
send it forth.
yep.
And
Start it all for everyone.
yeah, so it's really cool that it goes through and it shows you step by step, you know, what has transpired in the past. And
Since the creation.
right.
Yeah.
So it was basically Jonathan Hickman's way of keeping the original origin of the Marvel universe, but making some tweaks and changes to it
And
by
giving it,
adding,
yeah.
the builders and the gardeners and
Which
the
was
A-lifts and all
awesome.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So it was it's cool when, you know, the writers are able to build off
Have
existing
that
stuff
little
and not have it, conflict too much, because sometimes, when people are doing stuff like that, then okay, well, if this is happening here, then how
how
did
did
this
that
happen
happen?
over there?
Yeah.
That doesn't make too much
Yeah.
sense, but it
And
happens
sometimes,
like that
yeah, a writer
sometimes.
takes over
So
and then just goes in a completely different direction. It's like,
yeah,
all right, well, that doesn't make too much sense, but
but
all
you
right.
roll with it,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
um but yeah,
But no, he
so
does a great job with it. Does a great job with it.
yeah, and it's so uh done so well
Hey,
that it you're you're sitting there and you'll be reading and you'll be like, okay, well, I don't really understand that too much, and then you'll get two comics down, and then it'll
boom.
reference
There it
that, and
is.
you'll be like, ah,
Yeah.
okay, now that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's like I probably say this all. It's like a Bob Ross painting. Like you
Yeah.
don't know. You're like, wait a second. What is that? What is that? And then all of a sudden, it's a happy tree.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's amazing his writing style and like you said, how they give him the leeway to be able to twist the story a little bit
Hmm.
and keep the main story, but then add his twist to it that create this other world basically and this story that is incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's a long journey.
Long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, ex nihilo, uh, is done telling his basically the story of
Of the creation.
right,
Yeah.
and then you switch back to Captain America, and they're still
Back on Earth trying to figure stuff out.
right, and he's starting to go through the process of remembering, how they talked everybody into joining the Avengers team because they all had special abilities that either complemented each other or was just something that they could use to better the team. And everybody joined for a different reason. Um, what was it? Wolverine joined because they
Beer.
had beer. So that makes sense, you know.
That makes all
Wolverine,
sense.
yeah,
He's like, wait, there's free beer.
yeah,
All right,
yeah. I'll
we'll
take some of
yeah,
that.
I'll come on board.
Spider-Man joined because they had money and he
Yeah, he
was
needed
in
a
need
little
of
money.
money.
Yep, a little broke.
Yep. And then what was it? Shang-Chi said that
With
with
him,
him,
that's all you need.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, don't need any weapons, don't need nothing. All
Yeah,
you need is me.
you just need me.
Um, so that was pretty funny. Um,
Yeah, it's funny seeing the different reasonings why
yeah,
some of them came. Like, all
yeah,
right, that's great. I love the little
S- uh,
humor in it.
yeah, it was pretty good. Spider Woman and Captain Marvel basically were
once once Captain America said something to him, they were like, "Yeah, we're on board." And he's like, "I haven't said what it is yet." They were like,
yeah, it's
"Yeah,
okay.
we're
They
here."
they let him they let him say his little speech,
Yeah,
and
make them feel
they were on
good.
board. Um, but yeah, so it was pretty cool. But then, um, it was interrupted when Carol Danvers was saying that the satellites were seeing incoming extraplanetary, for lack of a better word, missiles
Missiles, or
coming
yes, there
to
was something
Earth.
coming towards them.
Yeah,
Projectiles.
projectiles. There we go.
I don't know if that was the word, but that sounds
Close. Yeah,
good.
that sounds good. Better than what I used. But um but yeah, the projectiles hit all over the earth in different locations.
And these
And
projectiles came with something.
yeah, they spawned out different kinds of monster beast type
These
things.
pods that like
Yeah, there were pods all over the place, and they had some, like, I don't know, like wolf like or dog like creatures that came out of
yep,
them. They had bird like creatures that came out of them. They had like these
slug like creatures.
sluggish monsters
Yeah,
coming out of the ocean.
not some things you want to come outside and have to deal with.
Yeah, no, and they were terrorizing, everybody
Yep.
on Earth and stuff. So, um, basically, they gathered the team and they were like, "We gotta move now
And now at this time, uh, all of that is still happening
on Mars."
on Mars.
Yeah.
So these other Avengers are still all
All
tangled up in ex nihilo's
Yep.
vines, and
So
all
while
of that
he's
is
saying
happening.
his speech, they're down there getting ready, and Cap is thinking about all this
What's
stuff. And
going
then
on? And they're getting their
they
butts
sent
kicked.
the missiles down, the projectiles down, and now they're getting ready to go back up to Mars.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Had so much is happening at this point right now, and this is just the
just
beginning.
the beginning.
Just the beginning. I
Yeah,
mean, what is this? This is we're like into the second comic right now.
yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
what's going on? Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
you're good, man.
Yeah, it's just great.
Yeah. So they they go back up to Mars, and it's Captain America, it's Hyperion, um, Captain Universe, and maybe a couple others that wind up showing up in the Quinjet.
Yeah,
And their Hulk gets sent after Hyperion by Abyss. She tells him,
take
"Beast,
him out.
serve me," and sends him to go after Hyperion. So they're fighting, and now, oh, I think Spider-Man was there.
Yeah, I think he
Um,
was. Yeah, yeah, he was
yeah.
there.
So now they're all going to fight, and Ex Nihilo starts spawning some, bird-like creatures
Creatures,
and
yeah.
wolf-like creatures
The same
there
things that are on
on
Earth now
Earth,
are
but
popping.
here,
He's popping up there. Yeah,
yeah. And at the same time that this is happening, Ex Nihilo had also been creating a being in one of these bigger pods that were there,
that's right.
and he
Just doesn't
used
stop.
the best particles, God particles that they had to create this being. And at that moment in time, it starts to come out of
Pop out of its Shell,
cocoon
cocoon, yeah.
pod thing, whatever it is. Yeah. Um, so everyone's fighting and everything, and all this stuff is happening, and um, the he ex nihilo calls the being Adam. Adam,
That's popping out of this
yeah,
cocoon.
Adam gets out, and
Not Adam like Adam Adam, like the name Adam, like Adam Atom. Which one are we saying?
I
I think
don't.
it's Adam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, so he he comes out of the cocoon, and he's speaking a language that
No one
nobody
can
knows.
understand.
Um, so he's talking, and Abyss is like, that sounds like builder code, and that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, like
What's going
what's
on?
going on with this? This is not
Yeah. So now it flashes back to everyone fighting. Now they're trying to get the original team free
from all the
from the
vines.
vines and everything. And Iron Man asked Captain America, I thought the plan was for you to bring everybody. And Cap answers, I did.
Boom.
And the mutant manifold, whose ability is basically he can bend space and time. So he takes space and time like it's a piece of paper,
Yeah.
and he folds the two ends together like this.
To get to that point.
So now, so if he wants Earth is on this side of the paper and Mars is on this side of the paper,
He
he
just
takes
bends
them
that paper.
and he folds and he brings Earth and Mars together at the ends
Gotcha.
of the points,
Yeah.
creating a portal that he can just walk
Now they're
through
just
now.
right there.
And
Yeah.
now they walked from Earth
To Mars.
to Mars.
Boop.
And there they are. And he brings the rest of the
All
Avengers
the
team.
everyone that came answered the
Everybody.
call.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So now everyone's coming in. Spider-Man is, and everyone's trying to free the old team. And he's like, "Oh, I wish we had something that we could." And Wolverine goes, "Think, cut things with."
Bam.
And so now they free the team. Thor gets free, and he gets his hammer, and
Then they feel it. They like, and Abyss
Abyss.
felt it. She knew it was coming. She
Yep.
felt him calling the hammer.
She said, "Thor's free." Oh no.
Yeah.
And Thor grabbed his hammer and summoned down one big bolt of
Boom,
lightning
down.
down,
Yeah.
and fried them all. And basically was enough between Hyperion fighting Hulk and the
The
lightning
lightning
hitting Abyss was able to free Hulk
from the mind
her
control.
control. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So um basically now all the Avengers are back together, and they are getting
Fighting
ready to
strong.
fight. And Captain Universe sees Adam, and Adam sees her, and he says something to her, and she flashes this huge flash of light, and the episode ends. So we're gonna have
We're
to
gonna have to end it right there.
pick up
Yeah.
next time
I didn't even.
and see what happens when you know,
Yeah. I don't want to stop talking about it.
what's gonna happen next. Like, is Captain Universe gonna be able to stop the fighting? Is Ex Nihilo and his team gonna win?
What was said?
What was said? Does
What was
she
said?
understand him? Is that what
I
is
mean,
happening?
yeah.
Like,
Why did the Because what
yeah,
was said, and then that big blue light,
yeah.
something was understood. I think. I don't know. I don't know. But I want to
But
keep talking about. Yeah. Let's end it with that.
we hope that you guys are having as much fun as we are with this story,
Yeah.
because
Great story.
it hasn't even begun, and
No.
it's
So much
already
more to
it's
happen.
already happening.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna do
thank you guys.
more of this stuff like this.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For every episode that we put out, we'll have one of these sister shows.
Yep.
Comics After Dark.
Comics After Dark.
So look for us.
Yeah.
We appreciate you
Thank
guys
you.
joining us. Thank you
Like,
very
comment,
much.
subscribe.
Yes.
Let us
And
know what you guys want to hear.
yeah.
And we'll see you on the
If
next
you have any
episode.
questions, put them in the comments.
Yeah,
And in the
definitely.
next episode, we will try to answer any questions that you guys might have.
Nice. Yeah,
All
definitely.
right. Thanks, guys. And
Thanks, guys.
we'll talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
Let's talk comics, baby.
Let's talk comics later, brother.
Later.